The classmates mocked the woman for having a big butt, saying she'd definitely have a son. Little did they know, he quickly grabbed the classmate's ear and, in front of everyone, ripped off his mother's coat to show off her great figure. It turned out the woman was the only heir of a top-tier family. She had always been stubborn, like a bull, and never understood when people joked. When her grandmother jokingly said she was picked up from a trash can, she ran to the trash can and bowed to it. She even posted flyers everywhere looking for her mother. Now, her family had arranged a business marriage for her. However, her fiancé had a female friend who was closer to him than a lover. 3 days before the wedding, while trying on her wedding dress, the woman received a video from the scheming girl. In the video, she was all lovey-dovey with the woman's fiancé, bragging that she was the most important person to him. Even if they married, the man would only be with her on their wedding night. The woman coldly replied she would let her have her way. At a friend's gathering that night, the scheming girl's provocation escalated. She lost a dare and, in front of everyone, revealed that she knew the man had a mole on his inner thigh, implying a close relationship between them. The crowd laughed, waiting for the woman's embarrassment. They underestimated the woman's power to end the joke. She ordered her fiancé to immediately take off his pants to verify. If the scheming girl's words were true, it would prove infidelity before marriage. She would immediately send the evidence to both families' group chats. The fiancé angrily yelled at her. The woman slapped him down and tore his pants. Sure enough, there was a mole on his thigh. Everyone was stunned. The fiancé, furious, accused the woman of being petty, claiming that he and the scheming girl grew up bathing together and were just best friends, knowing this was perfectly normal. Hearing these classic words of a scumbag, the woman sneered, no longer tolerating their brotherly relationship. She projected the video the scheming girl had sent a few days earlier on the big screen. The lovers turned pale at the sight of the evidence. The scheming girl was forced to apologize, claiming everything was just a pre-marriage test, a joke. She pretended to cry. The fiancé blamed the woman's bad temper, shamelessly saying it was her family who begged for the marriage. What he didn't know was that his father had begged at her family's door for 3 days and nights to secure this marriage. For the sake of the family business, the woman endured the situation temporarily. The next day was her fiancé's birthday. She handed a mini camera to the maid to attach to his brooch. Later, the fiancé arrived with the scheming girl, acting as if nothing was wrong. The mother-in-law not only didn't scold her son but proudly said the scheming girl was his best friend, their bond stronger than his marriage. The scheming girl, with the mother-in-law backing her, started provoking the woman. She played the victim, saying if the woman didn't like her, she would leave immediately. The woman firmly responded and tossed her out. The fiancé scolded her angrily before taking the scheming girl away. Even more absurdly, the future mother-in-law stood up to lecture the woman. As the head of the household, she should be more tolerant and not let a few jokes ruin things. The woman decided to play a joke of her own. She opened her phone to reveal a surveillance video showing her fiancé and the scheming girl in an intimate situation. The camera on his brooch had caught everything clearly. The scheming girl even suggested having a child with him. The room fell silent. The mother-in-law turned pale. A second later, the fiancé rushed back, accusing the woman of spying on him. The woman calmly replied she didn't know if he and the female brother were joking, so she recorded it. The scheming girl pretended to say she would leave the fiancé forever. The woman immediately agreed, telling the butler to book a flight to Africa for her. The mother-in-law rushed out to stop it, ending the farce. Angry and embarrassed, the scheming girl tore off her disguise. She bribed 2 thugs to give them a bottle of spiked water, ordering them to have the woman drink it at the wedding and connect the camera to the big screen, aiming to ruin her reputation in front of the high society. However, the woman had already seen through her plan from the shadows. On the